Bye, Bron. Hi, Bron. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. LeBron Ramon James. No one want Bron? Man, this is tragedy. See, I knew this to be true. Ah, this is a beautiful day. No one wants LeBron. I knew we would arrive at this moment. Just never knew we'd get here so soon, you know? So many lies being told in the media. I laugh at it. This is my entertainment. Because all of these lies that keep flying around, trying to save face because no one wants LeBron. Remember his agent talking about he's a 42-year-old liability. Exactly. No one wants him. And I'm listening to people in the sports media world, and I'm going to do a video on that too. 93 Zay did it, and it was epic. And I was like, oh my God, it's just getting worse and worse with sports media. But I believe Colin Cowherd had even a worse take than Stephen A. Right when I said Stephen A, he came and tripled down and made it worse. He even started praising Bronny. It got that bad. Now, here's the thing that's not true that keeps flying around. LeBron James is not being sought after by a lot of these teams. That's one. Two, the major part of it is that a lot of these teams are young and they're not looking for LeBron James. A team that was very welcoming to wanting to work and have LeBron on their team was the Sacramento Kings. The Sacramento Kings were very welcoming and was ready to compromise LeBron and bring over Bronny James. Y'all ain't finna have me out here like Cam. No one wants LeBron, Mario. He's 42 years old. Sacramento was the only team, the Kings. That's right. The Sacramento Kings are the only ones that was really interested in bringing him over. Golden State is not 100% sold on him. They're like, we want you, but we only have this much money to spend. Like, there's a cap. LeBron acts like he wants more money. They're like, look, we're bringing you and your punk-ass kid on this team. And he's going to be playing for the bare minimum. So this is all we can afford to give you. And if you want more money, then you clear to test the market. They giving him the like, I don't know what you want here, champ. And I don't blame him. What do you want here, champ? See, here's the thing that they're trying to do in the media. They're trying to create interest by using the media. LeBron, it could be in a three-way trade and for $90 million, and he could team up with Giannis in Miami. LeBron could do this three-way trade. First of all, let me tell you, if you see anything with LeBron James and it says trade, scratch it and throw it in the trash. LeBron James will not have a trade on his resume. This guy, it would freak out if he had a trade in his resume. He's not going to do a signing trade. Not going to happen. You're going to have to pay him flat out. That tells you right there that story is incorrect. LeBron does not want to trade on his resume. Good. They can keep saying they want to go to Detroit. All they want. Now, when the Knicks sign him, well, the Knicks don't have any money, so they about to lose Mitch anyway because they can't afford him. The Knicks are broke. So I don't know how you're gonna go to the Knicks. So my thing is, go to Sacramento, see what you can get over there. But I know with Bron thinking, I want a chance to compete. But what are you going to get? What do you think you should receive? We need a nobody wants LeBron dance. Yeah, what do you think your asking price should be, LeBron? What do you think you should get here? San Antonio don't want you. OKC don't want you. Houston, M.A. Udoka, they ain't even thinking about you. He'll probably bring you to the team just so he can kick your ass. He don't want you. Golden State is the only, they willing to tolerate you. The Clippers, they don't want you. You want the Clippers. They're not tying any money into you. You want $90 million for 2 years? Are you fucking crazy? Who's willing to give you that kind of money? $90 million dude. Pricing is 42 years old talking about, well, I can't get the max. Because you 42 and watch. I can still do it. You can't do nothing. I'll be like, okay, look, guard this dude here. He's 19 years old. We just drafted him. All right, show me what you got. All right, come on. Boom, look, he burned by you. Blew right by your ass. Guess what? The whole league is 19 and 20-year-olds. They run like cheetahs and gazelles. And you run like an elephant. Got elephant ankles. Feet in cement. But it just shows you how biased the media is and how ridiculous it is. Hit the like button up. And don't forget to join the Patreon today. We got more receipts on LeVar Ball. We got this whole thing with LeBron is going to hit another level. We got some more NBA updates coming for you. Oh, yeah. NBA is flirting with new rule changes. That's never going to happen. But they still throwing the possibility of removing East and West and just making it a tournament of the top teams. So you'll see a West Coast team play an East Coast team and just have a whole different playoff of the top teams and not make it East versus West. They've been thinking about doing that for years. So that's back on the table for discussion. We're going to give you all the details into that when they meet. What Nick Posey talking about? The Knicks are broke. What are you talking about? Why is no one is mentioning them? Because they are out of it. There's nothing for them to do. They are broke. They gotta cut. Because they have no money. And I just left some Knicks fans because they from New York. And I was like, oh my gosh, they from New York too? This is terrible. LeBron is trash. Pretty much. He's washed at this point, and he just don't get the writings on the wall. It's like, you need to retire, man. The NBA is trying to give you the message that no one wants you. The Chicago Bulls, the Detroit Pistons, Milwaukee Bucks, nobody wants LeBron James. If you're willing to go to Milwaukee or the Grizzlies ain't gonna want you. Or just step away. Go play golf. Do something. You know, a family that you got, go spend time with them. If Pat Riley gonna be stupid enough, this dude left Miami Heat over some damn chocolate chip cookies. Man, them were my cookies though. He had no right to take my cookies out to play. How you gonna touch my cookies? I'm leaving. He took my cookies out, man. Over a game. Took my cookies. They mine. I bought those cookies. So, because he bought some cookies, the whole thing got to go to hell. I'm worried about Giannis and Pat Riley. But I told y'all from the beginning, Giannis was going to go where? To Miami. Everybody was like, he going to the Knicks. He's going to the Knicks. I said, nope, he's going to Miami. And where did he end up? In Miami. The NBA love to create these useless news articles. That this fool, Stephen A. Smith, I played it for y'all that time. This dude criticized Luka and Austin Reeves for their lack of defense. And then said they need to add LeBron James or they're not going anywhere. It's like, huh? What's that about? Why would that be the case? That makes no sense. You keep saying the Lakers they need defense and they need that to win. Why the hell would they need to bring back a 42-year-old traffic cone who they gotta hide on defense? That's the same problem they had last year. They bringing it all back. We're gonna run it back with the same problem we had before. No, you trim the fat. The Lakers did not want to bring LeBron James back. I told y'all, they're signing Austin Reeves. And they created this remarkable story. It was almost comical. Well, Austin Reeves, it was close. He was going back in negotiations with the Detroit Pistons, and this was going to be a situation it was crazy. We're in this decision where LeBron could end up in a Detroit Pistons uniform for Jalen Duren. And now Austin Reeves could be going to Detroit for Jalen Duren. I'm like, look, man. This was a done deal a year ago. LeBron was told a year ago, we're moving in another direction. We're not extending your contract. We're not extending it. So we're going to let you play out and you can hit free agency. And then we'll negotiate we'll talk at the end of the year. But we're not going to do another extension. He was mad. Didn't understand why that needed to be the case. He's LeBron James. And they told him, well, we got to wrap up Austin. And wrap up Austin? That didn't make sense to LeBron. What you mean wrap him up? So if that's not making sense, then a lot of stuff ain't making sense. Oh, Carcino for Life is my Patreon. Thank you very much for that. But when you ain't seeing or understanding that that's the case, then they can't help you. Nobody can at that point. So if you start thinking best intentions and you saying, okay, well, let's do best intentions. So everybody's doing best intentions. All these people that's around are going to start making their own observations, their own opinions, their own adjustments to the situation, and they're going to go and move accordingly. That's the way it's designed. So if you start looking at people and saying to yourself, hey, this is the narratives that's been provided before me, and we're going to keep moving in this direction, that's going to be the case. So nobody I knew was saying anything of the sort. No. Where would he go? He's fired. Why would they be open? That was like, no chicken, no meat. No, come on in. That's crazy. Yeah, so you got 15 different ways that they trying to make moves with all these other teams. But man, they trying to get busy. Ain't nobody trying to get no LeBron James. What's up? Hey, yeah, LeBron, ain't nobody trying to get him. 7,000 years old. He trying to hang in there like he running things. He making the decision. $90 million for LeBron. What's a 42-year-old LeBron James jersey gonna mean? He should go home to Cleveland. Take his ass to Cleveland. They don't even want him. Cleveland ain't like, hey, come on, LeBron, we're going to give you $40 million to come back. Dan Gilbert like, I ain't going through this shit again. And do it for 2 years, Donovan Mitchell is definitely gone. You get LeBron out there on the team. LeBron, yeah, I think I should be, second option. James, what you think? James gonna be like, man, I don't care, man. Where the hoes at? All right, just run it by me. Yo, I got it. Rose still trying to get people over there to hear his agenda, huh? You had the whole floor, Ro. You had the whole floor to yourself. Nobody was bothering Ro. And you came up with every Knicks propaganda garbage piece ever. And when y'all crash and burn this season, and y'all in the play-in, and y'all realized the reason why is because the league, you're not the agenda of the league no more. Then what? You get to see the team for what it really truly is. Trash. Trash fans, trash organization, trash owner, trash. Well, it's a lot of things going on here. All right. Yeah. So now, let's get this done so that the whole world can see and understand what it is that we're talking about. There are 16 to 17 different reasons for things to go wrong. Right? 16 to 17 different reasons that things be falling apart, going wrong. Everybody's got their, thing that drives them the most crazy. But let's look at this. The New York Knicks, right? The New York Knicks are what we call essentially one of the absolute worst organizations in sports. Now, if LeBron wants to go to New York, let him. He fits right in. But they don't have the money. They would have to do a trade. And that's the only way that could happen. No team has the money. So LeBron would have to be willing to sacrifice his, I don't want to have a trade on my record. I want y'all to look at this. This is Chipotle. No chicken, honey chicken, steak, fajitas, or lime sauce due to the grill not working. And they open. What the hell are you open for? What's the point? You might as well be closed. What is there to get? If you put that sign on the door, What is there to get? I don't think I'm gonna go if the grill broke. That tell me you ain't doing your inspections. So that tell me the food gotta be messed up. Now I remember all them people getting sick at Chipotle. So I never eat there. Now, I know LeBron should just come out and say, "Yep, I'm just gonna step away from the game, spend time with my family, help train Bronny." Bronny James can't find a team. You think anybody can put an offer in for Bronny? Free agency don't start to the 30th. And when free agency start, that's when this whole merry-go-round was gonna move. I told you this was gonna be the biggest year. I said this is going to be the biggest year right here. This year, the biggest trades, moving around, players moving. This was gonna be it. And sure enough, they got started early because all of this second apron stuff is gonna start to come around now. It's gonna really start affect teams. So teams gotta make moves to get in position, because once they started those contracts and guys don't want to be in the second apron, it's going to be a lot of these veterans moving, because a lot of these teams are going to get other veterans. And because of LeBron, they got to do these type of moves to stop teams from stacking the teams up. Like Brunson and Cat. Brunson had to take a team-friendly deal just so they could pull off the agenda with the New York Knicks. So unless somebody's willing to take team-friendly deals, you see teams are in position right now to be screwed. That's why everybody's going young, so you can get these guys to perform. OKC just gave Isaiah Joe to the Pistons for draft picks, so we ain't have to spend any money. Right, we had to get a Knicks money because they broke. The Lakers had to give them money. They doing stuff for cash deals because they broke. They done spent all that money buying that championship. Now they broke. LeBron, for me, on the team, LeBron can't be traded unless he does a sign and trade, and he has to be willing to accept the trade. If he's not willing to accept the trade, it's not gonna happen. He has to be willing to make this thing go. Yeah, I know. That lowered the NBA down to a poor status when they went and did this agenda for the New York Knicks. It was embarrassing. It was sickening to watch, and people who had to endure that, they suffered. Well, that's bad on them because yeah, well, when you hang up a banner, this is the procedures that you're always in. So when you're hanging it up, you got most people out there that keep running their mouth and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. You got all these other people out there that keep running their mouth, don't know what they're talking about. LeBron is not gonna go to a like hell. Send him to the Orlando Magic. He gonna play with Dallas. Okay, good. Send him to the Dallas Mavericks so he can play with Cooper Flag. LeBron James is not that type of player. He's he's a pampered, spoiled guy. He wants to be back on the Lakers, but he wants the Lakers to somehow find the money to pay him a max deal, or at least 40 million. Now, if he's willing to accept the veteran minimum, they will probably welcome him back. But they don't want him back. That's the thing. They just don't want to piss off the fan base and say, we don't want his ass. So that all the LeBron fans with Lakers gear on won't be upset. But they upset anyway. Why are we playing Austin Reeves for? The same reason that y'all throughout the season was saying, man, when we get Austin back, we're going to be rolling. Now that y'all got him back and y'all paid him, y'all shocked and mad because that means LeBron's gone. LeBron knew he was gone. Y'all didn't know. I kept telling you all season. They signed an Austin Reeves. He took a team-friendly deal, saved about $11 million, and took $11 million less so that they can get another player on the team. So Austin Reeves didn't bleed him the way he wanted to bleed him, or the way he should have bled him. But he's like, hey, I'm going to try to take this so we can get, help the team win. And the Lakers going to make it up to him. So ain't no problems there. Absolutely. Yeah, and that's the thing. They want to keep you engaged in this cycle because they know no one wants LeBron James. And that's burning at their stomach. They can't deal with the fact that no team is really trying to make offers for him. Because why would you want a 42-year-old guy who's going to eat up $90 million? That's what he wants. He wants like $40 million a year. And Phil, he should get $40 million a year. So you want a guy to get who's willing to take 30 some million the first year, but wants and expects to get 57 to 60 million in his very last year. So you're gonna have to eat $50+ million in your cap to have LeBron James at 42 years of age, instead of taking the veteran minimum. He thinks his numbers and what he provides to a team dictates he can still do it. A guy who missed over 65, well, not over 65 games, was under the 65 game limit due to all of the nonsense that was going on. He was under the He was under the radar the whole time. So the fact that he was under that radar let everybody know his time is up. Nobody wants to see him anymore. He's done. All right, the Lakers want to get Daniel Gafford from Dallas. That's who they wanted. They couldn't get him last time because he was injured. They was going to do a trade to bring him over, but that happened, so they couldn't get him. So they can't. Nobody can make a move until the 30th. So the 30th is going to be, woo, the clip going to get empty on the 30th. That's when you're going to see a lot of moves being made. Absolutely. So make sure you sign up to the Patreon, Carcino for Life. We're going to go in deep more with this and tell you exactly where teams are going, as far as where they're going to be structured, who they want to build around, and other free agents. Plus, we got the receipts to back up some of the LeVar Ball stuff. We answered some of your questions yesterday. But we will actually have the receipts to back up a lot of the other things that we were saying. ASAP. The Mystics is gone. It's time for that. LeBron playing for his life. I know. Thank you. I appreciate that. LeBron fan base, they blinded by celebrity, so they don't see anything. So their mind is gone. So what they need to do exceptionally well is get themselves put in a position where, yes, thank you, where they can actually grow. The Lakers know they need to cut and run from LeBron James. We got to cut and run. Cut and run. New ownership is not buying a team to have him around. He only has one move. Go to Golden State, take the $20-some million, and then in your last year, because Curry is only coaching 2 more years. That's it. That's why he signed the 2-year deal, because they talked about getting LeBron James. And they're going to do one run with Jimmy Butler, and I can't wait till Jimmy and LeBron get into it. And that's going to destroy the team. Steph is going to be like, I don't know what's going on with us. You know what's going on. Your so-called new bestie. And Draymond going to be over there ready to swing on LeBron. And he's going to have to pick between LeBron and Steph. It's going to be great. Great soap opera. Just go on ahead and make your move. Right, all these clutch sports people like Colin Cowherd, wait till I break all that down. 93Z did a great job doing it, because that was the craziest thing I had seen. These people were actually talking nuts about this dude. I mean, that's what was blowing my mind. I'm like, y'all really are doing this. I mean, it was that crazy. They was sitting there talking like LeBron was the greatest thing since sliced bread. Like he was a 25-year-old prospect. This fool, Colin Cowherd, I swear to God, that was the craziest thing I ever heard. He did it with a straight face, too. And was like, hey, if you're the Miami Heat, you get LeBron and you need defense. And you get Bronny James. you can get Bronny James right along with LeBron. And Bronny has improved into be a great bench player. He's young, he could play defense, and you would need a guy like Bronny James on your team. I'm like, oh my God. He said that with a straight face. Man, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, look how low the media would stoop. Yeah, so I'm going to see y'all on the Patreon, man. I'm going to get out of here and do what I got to do. Roe is delusional. Shouts out to Detroit T. Pistons ruling things. And LeBron, nobody wants you. Enjoy being a king or a warrior. Okay.